If you were to ask me a question and say, how do we burn the energy sources in our body and convert them into calories? We achieve this with oxygen. So when we take in oxygen from the outside, how do we deliver it to our cells? Well, we deliver it with iron. Iron is the most important essential mineral in our body. I am deliberately using the phrase the most important because it truly has no rival, and iron deficiency is one of the most common mineral deficiencies. So why is iron deficiency, which has almost become a pandemic in society, so common? Here are the 5 most common reasons. Worldwide, the most common cause of iron deficiency is blood loss, especially as seen in women. Unfortunately, women losing blood regularly during each menstrual cycle leads to the depletion of iron stores and causes iron deficiency. So, are women helpless in this regard? No, with appropriate iron supplements, the deficiency can be corrected and anemia can be prevented. Iron deficiency is the most common cause of anemia, and in particular, blood loss during each cycle in menstruating women is the most frequent cause of iron deficiency. If we are constantly lacking iron, our energy will be low and we will feel tired and weak. Don't forget to watch our previous videos. Iron deficiency is very common in society and you should be aware of its deficiency. In second place are types of cancer. If you have an iron deficiency, are not menstruating, are a woman over 45 or 50 years old, or are male, then one of the most common causes of your iron deficiency is likely cancer. So how can I speak so confidently about this? Because iron is a mineral that should never be deficient in our bodies. If there is a constant loss from the intestines due to cancer, our iron levels will drop. In third place comes inadequate nutrition. If your blood consistently shows low iron levels, the third reason is inadequate nutrition. If you don't eat foods rich in iron, iron deficiency may develop over time. By the way, I'd like to remind you that animal-based sources of iron are much more beneficial than plant-based sources. Their bioavailability is higher. Animal-based iron is absorbed much more quickly in the intestines and increases ferritin levels more. The benefits of plant-based iron sources are lower. That's why, unfortunately, we see iron deficiency more frequently in vegetarians and vegans, just like B12 deficiency. In fourth place, there's another interesting point, an increase in the need for iron. For example, during pregnancy and childhood, especially infancy, our need for iron increases. If our need for iron increases, more iron will be used, causing our ferritin levels to drop and anemia to begin to appear. In fact, if you pay attention, pregnant women usually have low hemoglobin. In children, especially during infancy, hemoglobin is generally low. That's why your doctor will usually recommend iron supplements during pregnancy or infancy. And finally, insufficient absorption, meaning that due to certain diseases or conditions, even though iron is present in our body and enters through our mouth, it cannot be absorbed. Here, inflammatory bowel diseases come to the forefront. Iron deficiency can occur in conditions such as Crohn's disease, celiac disease, and ulcerative colitis. Again, certain stomach protectors, some antibiotics, and excessive consumption of tea and coffee can cause iron deficiency. If you also have an iron deficiency, if your ferritin level is consistently low, the reason could be one of these 5 factors. Find and complete the missing piece, address your deficiencies.